I used to say that I did. I would say that. Where would you be at? Where would you be at? If I wasn't here to guide your way. Some say I'm a feminist, some disagree with this.
All right, so we are live. But let me get this off the table. We are live right now. Hold on, let me turn this down. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I hear a feedback.
I'm sorry?
Why do I hear music coming?
Not my music.
You know what? My bad. I forgot I was watching my own stream back. So, for everybody that's watching, thank you. Let me get a few more things situated because Jesus, I don't need y'all seeing all my background and what's going on back there. All right.
It all gets worse from here. There's no better they get what they ask for. Move without a pass.
All right, let me stop this.
You couldn't ask more.
Okay, let's make sure we are absolutely live. Because right now, when I check, it says we're live. So let's make sure.
It's live on my end.
Speaking of that, let's go ahead and stop this stroll. Go ahead and stop that. And one more thing. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Everything looks good on my end. All right, so welcome everyone. Speaking of, before I start this podcast, I got to spam everybody with this. Shout out to everybody that's watching right now.
What's
Give
up,
me a
friend?
second. Give me a second. All right, let's make sure it's recording. All right. So I got to spam everybody right quick.
What are you spamming them with?
The link to this stream so they can watch it.
Yeah.
I just feel like this is about to take all day. All right, we'll go ahead and get this started. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Somebody just shared it. Hold on a second. I'm not sure who just shared it, but somebody just shared this. Shout out to Ree for the like, or for the share, or for the like. I'm sorry. Somebody just shared this. I just can't tell from where. Shout out to everybody that's on YouTube that's watching. Feel free to do us a favor and share this. I have her link to her Instagram is in the bio. Anybody that's curious.
Yes,
All right, let's go ahead and get this started. All right, so let's pop her name up. All right. Okay. How's everyone doing? My name is John, the host of Yvonne TV. Also, the creator of Yvonne Magazine. Yvonne Bold Magazine. Yvonne Kids. Yvonne Curvy. And 2 other magazines. I got 6 magazines. Also the leader of Yvonne Models and the host of the Model Manager Career Podcast. That's on Apple Music. I mean, not Apple Music. That's on Apple Podcasts, which is free for everybody that has an iPhone. I'm also on Pandora, Google Podcasts, Spotify, all major.
Everything.
Everything. So my guest today is Nye Green. Did I just pronounce it right?
Yes.
Okay. Um. So tell everyone where you from, how old you are, how tall you are, and what type of modeling you do.
Okay. So I'm from Maryland. I'm 23 years old. And I don't really have a type. I feel like I'm pretty flexible. I tap into all genres. A little bit of fitness, fashion, boudoir, you know?
You know what? So I didn't ask you that ahead of time. I meant to ask you that. I didn't know you was from Maryland.
Yes. That's why I kept telling you. You keep saying 7 o'clock. I'm like, not 7 o'clock here.
You know a photographer from Maryland named Glow Optical?
No.
You know what? Let me get him in his. I'm gonna get him in here.
Is he good? Pretty great?
Yeah, Glow Optical is a photographer who he shot for Essence.
Nice.
He shoots celebrities. He shoots reality stars. He shoots established artists. He's the photographer. Hold on, he's a photographer that actually got me over my hump. And I was at one of those plateaus where I couldn't figure out what to do next.
Right.
Or how to grow. I brought him to Milwaukee, and it elevated me. It was because at one point in time, you know, like I told you, I used to do fashion shows, and after fashion shows, I didn't know what else to do. So I just started bringing random photographers. I ain't gonna say random, but I just started bringing photographers from other states to Milwaukee to shoot, and he was the first person that I got here, and when people seen that I had a photographer that was shooting for Essence magazine coming to Milwaukee, it kind of put me over. It got me over my hump.
That's awesome.
So tell us, how'd you get your start in modeling?
Okay, I started modeling. I actually went to a photo shoot with a friend, and the photographer that she was working with was just kind of like, "So, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "No, I'm kind of camera shy." And he just gave me his business card, and he was like, "Well, when you're not camera shy, just let me know." And I started doing personal training, so I did a fitness shoot with him for my business. And then once I posted the photos, like just like different photographers just started hitting me up asking me like if I actually modeled and if I wanted to shoot.
Yeah, because I know when we were talking before, you told me you was a personal trainer. You a certified trainer?
Yes.
What is it called? Which one are you certified through?
ISSA. I have my personal training certification and group fitness, and right now I'm working on exercise therapy.
Yeah, I never met a model that was personal trainer before.
Well,
I don't know too many models that work out.
say, look, they just fake the funk for the internet.
Yeah, you should work out, but I haven't known too many who worked out. So how long you been doing the training?
About 2 years now.
Do you train you do your own thing, or you with a gym?
I started at Annapolis Rex and Parks, and then I just kind of branched off and started doing my own thing. Right now, I'm not really doing too much training, more so just focusing on myself. But I just got a new position as a kids sports instructor at the Bel Air Athletic Club. So now I'm moving from adults to children.
Mm-hmm. So, as a model, is there an importance when it comes to working out? Because you always hear people say models should work out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I kind of feel bad when I don't work out, just considering the fact that I've been an athlete majority of my life. So it's just odd to me not to work out.
Yeah, I it don't feel right when I miss the gym.
It's just really strange. I get grumpy, irritated. It's just the gym is my happy place.
Because I know one of the reasons why it took us so long to actually do this is because I'm a personal trainer.
Yes.
And it's those unexpected hit ups where it's like, hey, I want to work out today. Or are you going to the gym? And it's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to the gym. Let's go. And I be meaning to go into the gym for an hour, maybe 45 minutes, end up turning into 3 hours.
Yes, and I just feel like when I go to the gym, it's like a cleanse, a little detox. You feel so much better when you leave.
So, what is your goals? What's your goal with modeling?
My goal with modeling, I want to get published big, but I really don't have a goal with modeling. It's more so just a passion. It gives me a free outlet, a positive outlet, and wherever it takes me, it takes me.
When you say big, you mean like one of those? You mean like the big people?
Yeah.
The big guys, yeah. What's the biggest photographer you work with?
Let's see. I don't know. I did a shoot with Black China's mom for like a lingerie line, but it was with a local photographer.
Mm-hmm. So we got a comment. I'm sorry, not to cut you off.
Oh, I was saying I think that's the biggest I've done so far. Or actually, maybe I'm lying. I did the Miss for America pageant not too long ago. So that's probably the biggest thing I've done so far.
You do. Is there a difference? What's the difference between pageants and shows, fashion shows?
I would say pageantry is more about like beauty and personality, and then a fashion show is more so about the clothes.
I want to get into the pageant stuff. Like my daughter wants to model, but it's like I think it'd be better for pageants. I don't know why, because I don't know. Cause I be feeling like sometimes I be feeling like I need to keep her away from modeling. Because it's like, what's the point of dad doing all this stuff so you can be a model?
Right.
Why not just when you turn 18, just take over everything? You just do everything that I do. Right. Then on the other hand, it's like she like taking photos. So I thought about doing it, letting her get into it. I've done a few photo shoots. Like, I do some shoots with her by myself, but I don't know. It's just for me, it's one of those things where I like the pageant thing because I never even seen a pageant in person. Like, typically when I see it, it's like social media on TV, but I haven't seen one in person.
Right.
And I think I want to start, especially for her. I want to get into that. I want to get into that in gymnastics. But when it comes to modeling, I want to do the pageant thing with her.
The pageant was cool. The pageant that I did, it was supposed to be in person, but due to coronavirus, we had to do it virtually. So it was more so just the people that was in the pageant, the director of the pageant, and then the casting team that was there. And then they live streamed it on like Facebook, like how we're doing now. It was cool. It was a good experience.
Speaking of that, because I always ask this question, is it anything when we was on lockdown because of COVID, is it anything beneficial that came from it when it comes to modeling?
Yeah, I think it gave me a time to like settle and grow and like just reevaluate like what was my purpose with modeling and what I actually wanted to target, type of audience I wanted to target, and it gave me a chance to just like perfect my craft. I got to shoot a lot, like get a lot of practice shots in, and it wasn't like pressured. I feel like when it was like when the world was on lockdown, like things slowed down and it just gave people room to breathe.
Yeah, because all this broadcasting stuff, all the stuff that we talking about before I went live, where I was talking about the being personable stuff, that all happened during COVID when we was on lockdown. Because it's like I didn't have any other content, so it's like the only content that I can make is making myself into content. That happened for me going live, stuff like that. Like talking to people as a person instead of
Right.
like a magazine. It I tell people, I don't know if this is gonna sound bad on stream, but I think COVID, that pandemic was the greatest thing that happened to me modeling wise. Because I've been in modeling since '09. But last year when that whole lockdown and then all last year once we got off, it felt like my magazine took off. And it's literally because I stopped speaking behind my magazine. I started speaking in front.
Right.
Now, were you shooting during COVID or during the lockdown?
Yeah.
You still doing shoots?
Yep.
Were you doing those FaceTime photo shoots?
I did do one FaceTime photo shoot. That was really strange. I didn't like it. I thought it was weird.
Yeah. I remember when I saw that, I seen somebody he was charging $250.
Like what? But majority of my shoots were in person, but like outdoor.
Do you shoot a lot?
Yeah.
Are you getting paid for your modeling?
Sometimes, yes.
You do music videos?
I've done like 4.
Because you don't have a lot of posts on your page.
Well, I kind of switch them out. Like, I'll have some, but I kind of rotate them out.
You talking about like the archive?
Yep.
Rotate?
Mm-hmm.
I should do that. I thought about doing that.
I just try to keep my page fresh, you know?
Yeah, I thought about doing the archive stuff. Because there's certain posts on my, like, especially posts where it's like 2 years ago, ain't nobody finna stroll that far down.
Right. So I try to keep my page at like 25, 30 range as far as posts.
How tall did you say you were?
I'm 5'6".
You got a tattoo? Oh yeah, I see you got a tattoo. How many tattoos do you have?
I have 7 tattoos.
Let me see. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I think. So I never told you this, right? But I remember the very first photo that I seen from you.
Mm-hmm.
I think I shared that on my page. It was because I'm looking at it right now. It was the photo. What do you call those? They're not called suspenders. They might be called suspenders.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? When you got the two white boxes. Yeah, the gray pants with the.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are black straps.
Yep, the suspenders.
So because I have a magazine, I get a lot of photographers that inbox me about models, either about models to talk to, because I've been doing this whole little broadcasting thing since last year March. But it's either for models to talk to, models to put in my magazine, models to put to share on my page and stuff like that. I think now, we haven't been Facebook friends not Facebook friends. We haven't been following each other on Instagram a lot. But one of the things that I do is, on Instagram, how you can save people photos and it saves into that box. I have models who are, let me see if I can show you right quick so you can believe me. I have models saved on Instagram that I want to either talk to a photographer and see if a photographer can shoot her, or to see if she will actually go live with me and talk like this. Because one of the things that I tell people is you never know who's watching. So it's always somebody watching you that's not speaking. Even as a model. All right, y'all, she left, but we'll be back. Let me get this off the screen because this looks so crazy for me to be up here by myself. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and either start or bring somebody else in. Shout out to everybody that's still watching, especially on YouTube. You know what, y'all? Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? All right, so I'm gonna see where she's at. We gonna go on a break. Let's go ahead and pop this up. I will be right back.
Where would you be at? Where would you be at? If I wasn't here to guide your way. Some say I'm a feminist, some disagree with this. A woman needs rights, equality of the sexes. Where would men look if women were never restless? How would we look if work done was counterfeit? We need more power, strength, and opportunity. Trying to kill pain, a white man supremacist. Trying to stay sane, the rich needs a unity. Growing by the day, laying down my gender. You're still not starring. Me and you will get there. See it through.
All right, we still live. Had to go. All right, y'all. I don't know what's going on.
Where would you be at? Where would you be at? If I wasn't here to guide your way. It all gets worse from here. There's no better they get what they ask for.
All right, so can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, it's a little staticky though.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what the heck just happened.
All right, let's see. Let's bring it back up. There it goes. Yeah, so I'm not sure what happened.
Okay, there we go. I can hear you clear now.
Well, at least nobody left the stream.
Yay!
So
people want to hear what I got to say.
At least that's the good part. So we're not gonna be for long because I'm not gonna feel like changing my battery. But what was he talking about?
You were saying that you were telling me the first photo that you've seen of mine.
Oh yeah. So let me go back to my Instagram. See if I can find it. I'm actually sure and not find it.
That's crazy because I always be wondering, like, when I look at my insights and I can see like who sends my photos or who saves them. I'm like, who's saving my photos?
Yeah, I wish it did tell you who saved it, but you know, when people save your photos, that's a good thing.
Yes.
Saves and shares are good things. What is that one for? Jesus. Shout out to everybody that ends up texting me when I go live. Well, I know why y'all text me because I sent y'all the link.
That's how I felt when people just kept calling me not too long ago before we started. I'm like, okay, no one called me all day. You're gonna wait until I'm live.
Moment you go live, everybody want to call, they want to text.
Got so much to talk about when I'm live.
I mean, when I first started doing this, I was actually going live off my phone, and it's the worst. Like, soon as I get off of this with you, I'm gonna go Instagram live. Instagram gave creators and influencers an option to actually get paid to go live.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now I think you have to have 10K followers. I'm not sure, but because the only page that I have it on is my Evon Models page, and that's the only page that I have that's well over 10K. So I do think you got to be over 10K. But yes, Instagram literally pays people to go live. Anything that they can do to get you off of TikTok, because right now I know TikTok is killing people. TikTok is killing the game. So anything that they can do to get you off of TikTok, they will literally do. And the fact that Instagram pays creators to go live is crazy.
I would be sitting live all day if I had 10K, but I'm halfway there. We're working on it.
Now, so good thing. Do you go live a lot in general?
Depends on my mood. I used to go live a lot. I haven't recently, but I just started going live a little bit more again.
Yeah, I've been telling models, just prop your phone up and just go live. That's on Instagram. Just talk. Just see who joins. You might be surprised, even though let me see your followers. You might literally be surprised how many people. Because I'm looking at your likes now. You're getting 400, 400, 400, 5, 6, 4, 4, 5. You can, if you go live on Instagram, you might literally get people to tune in and watch. We got a comment from Desiree. It says that's really cool. I think she's talking about the Instagram. They're getting paid to go live on Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tell models, do you use Instagram more than your Facebook?
Yeah, I don't really use Facebook. I use Facebook more so to chat with family. When I first started modeling, it seemed like most of the photographers was on Facebook, so I kind of had to use it at that point. But then once I kind of got my foot in the door and I started doing my own thing, branching off, I didn't use it as much.
Yeah, because you know when you start modeling, it's a lot of local stuff.
Yeah.
So all the local people will be on there. But then when you get on Instagram, you see a whole nother caliber of
literally, yeah,
photographers that you had no idea. Yeah, I've been telling models, just go live. Even if you just go live for 10 minutes. And you will literally just watch the people that join. And it's like obviously the more comments that pop in, the more people that join your stream, it make you stay on longer.
Right.
It makes you be more consistent when it comes to getting on live.
Right.
Now, I don't typically go live on Facebook. I don't really care for Facebook. The only reason why I even still, this is going to sound so crazy on the podcast. The only reason why I still go live on Facebook is because I'm trying to build the awareness of it. Because obviously, me just going live on YouTube, it's a lot different. But, on Facebook, it allows me to be able to post it into groups and stuff like that. But once I reach a certain number of subscribers on YouTube, I'm only doing this on YouTube.
Why does YouTube pay more or something?
No, because YouTube is actually, you can reach more people on YouTube. Our Facebook, a lot of people that's on our Facebook stay where we stay.
Right.
Instagram and YouTube, it's people from all over the world. So for me, it's like, I've been doing modeling for a long time. It's not like people don't know who I am. If they cared to watch if people from Facebook care to watch, they would literally go follow me or they'll go subscribe. This is just how I feel about it. It's the same thing on my podcast. Mm-hmm. I've been doing my podcast since February for about 3 months, 4 months. And I got 200 subscribers. And the thing with podcasts is I barely even talk about my podcast. The only time I talk about my podcast on Facebook is when I'm doing this. Other than that, I'm just not sitting up there just promoting it just because. I only promote it on my Instagram and when I go live. Other than that, it's not like people don't know because, by me being a personal trainer, I train people who model. Right. They tell me all the time, like, oh, I like your magazine. I don't even promote my magazine in my city. People here know I got a magazine. I've been around long enough. I'm one of the people here. I'm one of the people in my city that's known for modeling.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like people don't know I got a magazine.
So do you do photography too, or you just?
I used to shoot model. I used to shoot models. I started fashion shows,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was hosting photographers, and then I started doing videos and photos, and now I only do my podcast, my magazine. It's like I've been around long enough. It's like I don't see a point for me to just constantly be doing the local stuff. I need to start doing stuff that reaches people all around the world.
Right.
So, initially my magazine was just local. I wanted to have a local magazine. And then it was like, the best way to have the biggest local magazine is to extend it to the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So same thing with this stream. It originally started with local models. And then it was like, you know what? If I want to do this streaming stuff to its fullest potential, I need to extend it out to the rest of the world.
Right.
And that's how everything went. It's like you want to be the biggest local model in your city, you have to go out. Go out, work, travel. That will make you the biggest model in your city instead of just being in your city.
Right.
So right now everything that I do is from home, modeling wise. I got a modeling team and stuff like that, but away from them, everything I do is home based. So my magazine is home based, my YouTube is home based, my podcast is home based. This broadcasting stuff is home based. I'm not going to any I'm not doing any more fashion shows. I don't want to shoot anymore. I don't want to do no more videos. If I could not come out the house besides to go to the gym, I would literally stay in the house.
That sounds about right at this point.
So for me, it's like I need to reach the world. Since I can't just up and leave, the number one way for me to reach the world is through the internet. So I sit on my computer, which is where I'm at right now. And I'm either talking to somebody on the phone for my podcast. I got a lot of podcast episodes that I ain't even uploaded, but either I'm talking to them on the let's say for example, me and you having this phone conversation over the phone. Mm-hmm. I can still use it for a podcast because I got an actual podcast mixer and all that stuff right here. But everything right now at the moment that I'm trying to do is reaching the rest of the world. So I've been trying to create my own platforms so that I can, bring those people to me. I don't plan on moving out of Wisconsin until my daughter is old enough, because I don't want to move while she's 6.
Right.
I want to wait until she's like 13 or something. But
yeah, in order for me to would be better.
You said who?
You don't think moving while she's young would be better?
Nope.
13, she's not going to want to leave her friends. She's going to have a really big attitude.
Oh, no. No, see, okay. Jesus, gonna sound so crazy. This audio part that I'm about to say will not be on my podcast. So only people that's hearing this is the people that's go watch the stream. My daughter's 6. I don't want to leave. Dad's got an influence on their kids, right? I think she's at that age right now where if I leave and she go months without talking to me, she'll miss me, but she'll get used to it.
Right. She can't. Okay, so you're not gonna. I thought you meant move all together. She move, you move, everybody moves.
I want to be able to move at a point where she's old enough to get a phone or use a phone, type in my number, write me a letter, FaceTime me. Right now, she can't do none of that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She know how to spell her name. She know her numbers. She know her letters. She don't know how to read. She's 6. So I'll be like, hey, baby, call me tomorrow. She'll be like, okay. And I know she forgot. She's 6. Whatever 6-year-olds do, they play around, they watch cartoons all day. She forget. 13, 10, it's a little bit different. I can say, hey, call me tomorrow. She'll call me tomorrow.
Right.
I say, call me later before you go to sleep. She'll call me. She won't forget. That's when I think I'd be comfortable to move.
Yeah, when she's more aware.
Yeah, when she's more aware, she can remember and she can do stuff. Yeah, I can't leave right now.
Makes sense.
Even when we was on lockdown for 3 months, it was tough. Like, cause her mama work a lot, so it was like, hey, call me when you get home. Then she'll get home and she sleep. I'm like, okay. Can't wait till she old enough to have her own phone. You got any kids?
Nope. Don't wish that on me. I still
Do
got a
you
couple
want?
more years. Yes.
Do you want any kids?
Yeah, I'll take kids later in life, or if more so when I'm settled. When I'm settled, cool. But I guess around 25, 29. If I don't have kids by 29, you could just keep them. I'd rather not.
Mm-hmm. Are
But
you want your daughter? You want your daughter to model?
my kid can do whatever they want to do. I don't have no
I know
expectations.
people keep saying just let her do what she want. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
it's.
Because it's
I
like
feel like
you could try to force it on her, but that might not be her passion, And I don't think I want a daughter. I think I want a son.
yeah. How come women keep saying they want a son? For the guys, are like,
Because
I want a
women know
daughter.
what women go through,
Yeah,
Rather not.
I want a daughter. I want somebody that's. It's gonna sound so crazy. I want somebody that's pretty, right? That I can do dress up with. Like my daughter likes gymnastics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't mind being a gymnast dad. It's I don't know. It's like girls, the emotion that they have is different.
Yeah.
If she was here right now, it's two things she'll be on that couch, standing up because she wants to be seen, or she'll be standing right here, just looking and waving. I don't know, because like when I was growing up, when I got home from school, my mom told me go in the room and play Xbox, or not Xbox. Go in the room and play video games.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch TV, stuff like that. But with girls, it's different, man. As a guy, having a girl make you grow up and make you realize all that stuff that you did in the past was bad. Because you don't want the karma. You don't want to be dealing with walk in the room one day and she in there crying over somebody. You don't want to go through all that. So it make you want to
be a better person.
Yeah, do right. Boys. If I had a boy, oh man, we'll be in here right now playing Xbox right now.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I like playing Xbox. I like being outside. I like playing sports. I feel like I would probably bond better with a son than a daughter. I mean, I'm probably gonna, I'll always have a bond with both kids, but I just want a son.
How is your support system when it comes to your modeling?
As far as like family and friends, or just in general?
Yeah, family and friends.
I feel like I have a pretty strong support system for the most part. I mean,
Anybody who criticizes your modeling?
I feel like when I first started modeling, my mom and my granddad did, and my father, but I mean, now it's a different story.
Yeah, it's like now I think you know yourself as a model, so it's like it's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Because you look tall as ever.
Yeah, well, I actually really do have long legs. I just have a short torso.
And speaking of that, thank you for not getting what's the word for it? Fed up with me.
I'm not gonna lie.
I meant to say.
I'm not gonna lie. You got lucky because the day that you text me, I was almost there. I was about to text you and say, never mind. Like, Never
I
mind.
look. I thought about it. It's. I said, you know what? Let me get off the internet. Let me call her. Give her my direct contact. So she
Okay, you
don't
made it
think.
personal, so that's better. But
Yeah, so she don't think I'm just a magazine on the internet that's giving her the runaround.
I'm like, is this a scam? I don't have time for scams.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's so far. It's been one time where a model just said, you know what? No, I'm good. I pass. But this is all before people actually saw who the person was behind the magazine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's a little bit. It became a little bit different because I mean, you know, I'm still a person. I'm a
Right.
creative. So just like yourself and other models and other photographers, I'm a creative.
Mm-hmm.
Things happen. Then I still got a life.
Yep.
Then I got a daughter. And then it just be them days where it's like, you know what? No, this ain't. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
feeling it today. I
Yes,
ain't
and then when
feeling
we
it.
talked on the phone and you said your personal trainer and you had, I was like, oh dang, then I could relate. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I had to. It's like that. I think that's the only. I think that's the only thing that saves me when it comes to my magazine and all the other stuff. Is
Mm-hmm.
that I had to stop talking like a magazine. I had to stop saying, you know, sorry for the inconvenience, and I was like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna tell people the truth. I got called into. I got a client. I got called into.
Yep.
Or like this morning, I missed a meeting at 3:30 because I was in the room knocked out. After I got done training that client, I came straight in the house. I went to sleep. I fell asleep. I woke up at 4:30, right when I hit you up. But I missed my 3:30 FaceTime meeting. You know, and I know one of the things with being in modeling that I've learned over the years is unless somebody purposely just blows you off, things happen.
Yeah.
You know, I've had like even before this podcast stuff and it's the streams, I had people purposely blow me off. Like purposely, or like tell me like, oh, you know, I can't come do the shoot because I ain't got no way. But then they must have forgot that we was Facebook friends. And they went live out at some place. Like you could have just said you didn't want to do the shoot,
Right.
you know. So I've learned as a as a creative, just tell people the truth. Just tell people the truth. Before COVID, oh, I used to send those copy and paste messages, and it's like now I'm not gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. Because I don't think it helps. I don't think it gets you nowhere.
Right.
Anything can happen. Anything comes up. You know, you might be, you might tell me or me, you might agree to a time to go live right when you get off work, and your car don't start. You know, I'm okay with that. I'm cool. You know, because I understand stuff happens. Like it's the same thing with being a trainer. Now, I'm quite sure you can relate. The thing about a trainer that I don't like is you telling me after the time that you're supposed to come to the gym that you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
That's the thing that kills me the most. So I try not to do that with people. Like if I got a stream or any meeting, business meeting or anything like that, planned, I try to let them know ahead of time. I try to. Like if I got a magazine that's supposed to release on Friday and it's not gonna be out until Saturday or Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
I email everybody and I try to let them know. It's just that I don't know what it's called. I can't think of the word for it. Cause you know how people say time is valuable.
Like an inconvenience.
Yeah, inconvenience. Yeah, because I've seen models who did their makeup right while we getting set up. So you know how like me and you we was talking before we went live. I've literally seen girls do her makeup right then and there. You know, and it's like, yeah, I understand. You got to get yourself together, but you don't want me to think that you not gonna show up. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you hit me up, but like, you know what? I just got home. I want to do this and do that. They make up right on the stream. Well, not on the stream, but how it was before me and you went live.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I am perfectly fine with that.
That was me putting my lip liner on. Like, hold up.
Yeah, because things happen. Things happen. It's been times where I had it a plan to do an hour stream and it only lasted 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Kids ran right on into the room. It's like, okay, it's nothing to be upset about. Because my main thing with all of this is to build those relationships with people. That's the whole point. So whether we do this 10 minutes or we do this, because right now we've been live 52 minutes, or we do this an hour. The point of it is to build a relationship with people.
Right.
So if it's one of them situations where you come in over to the Midwest, you come to Chicago or Detroit or Minnesota or Wisconsin, and you remember that I'm here, and you text me like, hey, I'm finna come to Detroit or I'm finna come to Chicago. Do you know anybody? I want those type of relationships with people. If you do a photo shoot and you want to know what somebody thinks, and I got a magazine and you want to see what I think, you text me the photos and ask me what do I think. I want that. If you got an event coming up, or let's say you're about to travel somewhere and you got a flyer that says, hey, I'm gonna be in Dallas. I'm gonna be in Dallas for these 3 days. Book me. If I see that, I'll share it, or I'll text you like, hey, text me that flyer and I'll post it on the magazine page. It's just the relationships with people. Even if I never meet majority of these people that I talk to on stream and in private, in person, it's just the whole relationship that's being built. Because at the end of the day, I completely know that I can't do this stuff by myself. So even if one person shares it, I mean, not one person, even if one, like for example, me sharing your photo on my magazine page, even if you get one follower, I mean, for me, I would be happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, anything is better than nothing, right?
Yeah, and the thing with local, how people always say they local city don't support them.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people, man, you better get on Instagram and get on YouTube and quit playing.
Yeah,
Take
and
it
it's crazy.
serious.
I literally just had this conversation with my friends earlier because so I recently been selected for a competition, Miss Health and Fitness 2021. So that competition started yesterday. And the winner of the entire competition wins a cover photo shoot and $20,000.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically was asking my dad for advice, like, hey, because I model, I do personal training, and then I do DoorDash. Those are my 3 income-based hobbies right now, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. So I was basically trying to get my dad's input. I got some cards made or whatever, and it has on the front, it says vote for me. You could cast your free daily vote by scanning a QR code on the back, and I had got a QR code made, which is on the back of the card. And I was gonna just staple them to the DoorDash orders or whatever. So every time, I deliver someone's food, they can hopefully see it, and then that'll be another vote for me. Outside of the people that I already know. And he's basically like, no, you don't need their support. Why would they vote for you if they don't know you?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, because the thing with Instagram is majority of people that share my posts on Instagram, I don't know those people. A lot of people I ain't never even talked to.
9 times out of 10, a stranger will support you quicker than a person
people that know you.
Yeah, because people a lot of people don't. They're trying to figure out, how do you come from the same thing as me, and you still find the strength and the power to keep going, and I don't. So they don't really, they don't try to support you. But at the end of the day, you can't let that stop you. You got to keep going, no matter if this person's supporting you or that person's supporting you. As long as you support yourself and you keep going, you're gonna strive and you're gonna thrive. So
yeah, Instagram, for what I do, is the most important social media in the world. For me, I mean, YouTube is cool. YouTube is cool for all this, but I would not have been nowhere where I'm at right now, modeling wise, without Instagram.
Yeah, I haven't. I thought about making a YouTube channel, but I really haven't tapped into it. That's one thing that I feel, I guess, that I need to work on or get more comfortable with is talking in front of the camera. Like, it literally took me so long to make that video you asked me to do. I just kept
I
redoing it.
know. I thought
Like,
about it. I said, oh, it must taken her a while. She must be
yes,
recording it and then examining it
and then
and
deleted
doing it
it and
over.
rewrote it. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
like,
I figured it. That's why I text you. I'm ready when you ready because I'm thinking she gotta still be doing something to get ready.
yes. Like, even the studio that I started at, like, I had started like hosting my own events at one point. Um, and that was one thing, like, she always used to tell me, like, we gotta work on you talking in front of the camera, because I don't know, I just get really camera shy. Like, I don't know why. Like, in front of a camera, like I'm doing a photo shoot, like, I'll flow. But like, if someone pulls out a phone camera on me, like, I don't know, I just chicken out.
Yeah, I guess it's anything. It's like what we hear on YouTube. The only way to get comfortable in front of the camera is just to get in front of the camera. You
Yep.
get more comfortable over time. Uh, I think it's true. 'Cause I think the more I do this, I think the better I'm getting. Like even when it comes to the whole presentation, you can't
Mm-hmm.
see the presentation right now, but on Facebook, once you get off, you'll be able to see the presentation. It took me a long time to work on how to present this as a stream. Because typically, when I see people do it, like for example, ESPN. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if you watch sports.
Yes.
They typically got the big boxes. They got the host, the guest, and then the host.
Right.
That's cool. That looks fine. But I think the way that it is now, because I see a lot of people that do this on Instagram, when it comes to the podcast, why do I still got this stuff strolling at the bottom of the screen? Thank God I just happened to go back to this and see this. Um, but it's a certain presentation for it. I noticed even on Instagram, the presentation does matter. And it's like the more I went live, the more I started to learn. It's like my first magazine. My first magazine I thought was the greatest thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back at it today, it's like, oh man, this thing was horrible. It's like the more you do it, the better.
Yep.
You know? So it's like I think the only way to really get comfortable on camera is just to do it.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're gonna be able to get better. You're gonna have other people that text you or call you or even comment and give you tips on how to make it better. You might watch it back and see how to make it better. Like when I first went live, I didn't have this mic.
Mm-hmm.
I got a light, right? I got a
Like an overhead light.
yeah, but it's colored. So for example, the one that's in the kitchen is covered too. It's colored, not covered.
Oh, I see. Is that blue one over there?
Yeah, so I can actually, I don't know where my remote is at, but these lights, Jesus Christ, this light, that light, and then the light that's right in front of me is colored lights. At first, I had just my living room light on,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a window, like right here's a window. You know, I was facing a window. I didn't like how I looked. I didn't like that harsh look that it gives you.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the window light, and then I had that light. Then I had somebody tell me, "Oh, you should put some color in your background." So I got that light and that light. Now that right there, yeah, with the green, that sign that's on the wall lights up. For anybody that's watching, I know people always asking why is there stuffed animals right there. My daughter does that. She actually does. If she can, she will actually watch this back. She watches YouTube at home, so on her YouTube channel, I make her. She subscribed to my YouTube, So she may be at home right now watching Famous Tube Kids and see, oh, the daddy is on my tablet. But yeah, so around my couch, I got RGB lights. And then right here next to me, it's a TV right behind me that I'm thinking about propping my TV behind me. Mm-hmm. But I had to learn that going live and then watching other people's stuff. And then having people tell me like the whole little candles thing. I've been lighting candles since I started. I'm a candle guy. But all of a sudden, the guy Kevin Samuels, he got popular. Now people say I'm trying to copy him. I've been lighting candles since my first stream before he blew up.
I mean, to be honest, imitation is just flattery, It just
I know. Like even with his presentation, it's like if you go back and you look at it when he first started compared to now, you grow over time.
Right.
The only way you gonna grow is just by constantly doing it. Mm-hmm. When you first start modeling, you're not as good as you gonna be a year later. Mm-hmm. The only way you gonna get better is you gotta keep doing it. Yep. Being a personal trainer, the only way you gonna see those results is being consistent in the gym. You can't come for 2 weeks. Say it hurt. I'll be back when they don't hurt no more. Then don't come back.
Yeah, so you could be starting at that point. You might as well have not came the first time.
So it's like you gotta be consistent with it. That's the only thing. That's the only way. Like even when it comes to my magazine, I think I'm in my third year. Give me about 2 more years. I think in 2 more years, I'll have my complete layout that I'll be happy with. I'm always tweaking it. And that's one of the things with social media is when I see other magazines, when I see the layout, I don't know what happened. I can hear you, but we can't see you.
You can't see me?
Nope. You got a black screen.
Nope. There we go.
Yeah. But yeah, just seeing other people's stuff, it helps you get better. Besides consistency, I don't have an issue with people criticism. Because I know, for example, people tell me, "Oh, you say a lot in your videos." Mm-hmm. I know I do. I'm trying to get over it. That's one of the things with having a podcast is you can't say at all.
Right.
So you're more conscious of, instead of saying you just pause.
Wait, does people think when you say like you don't have anything to talk about? Maybe
it's how do I describe it? So when I watch like athletes, like LeBron, for example, LeBron James, when LeBron James talks, he says a lot, and I'm thinking, for somebody that does it, I don't see an issue with it. But for somebody who's real big into speech and just, I don't even know what that's called. I can understand why saying after every sentence looks like you ain't got your thoughts together. Right. So I see both sides. In regular conversation, we tend to say sometimes. But I can understand it if you're giving a speech. You might not want to just keep saying so much. When I watch a lot of YouTube videos on how to build up your YouTube channel, they say the same thing. Try to cut out those gaps where you say just when you're doing your video, just piece it out. So one moment you'll be looking like this and you say and then next moment you in a whole nother pose or like a whole nother scene. I understand it. But then at the end of the day, it's like, be yourself. Right. So if you say a lot, then you say a lot. If people don't want to watch it, they'll watch it. If they don't want to watch it, then that's fine.
That's a good pointer, though. I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, so it is a I see it because literally when I see LeBron James talk, I'm like, man, this man been in the spotlight since he was like a teenager.
Yeah.
And he still says a lot. It's like he's LeBron James. You know,
No
you're
one
not gonna
cares
say
at this
nothing.
point.
Yeah, you're not gonna say nothing. But if you in school giving a speech on stage in front of an audience and you keep saying it can disconnect you know, every time you say it can kind of disconnect the people that's listening.
Right.
So it's I understand both. I understand both. Oh yeah, by the way, this is not water. This is an energy drink.
Oh, energy drink. I got my water on deck. Gotta stay hydrated
Uh,
out here.
is it hot where you at?
It's not as hot right now. It's 65 degrees right now, but it was pretty warm earlier. And yesterday it was scorching.
Yeah. So, what are 5 words that your friends will use to describe you?
I would say funny, loyal, outgoing, real, enthusiastic, and caring. Maybe
Do you know
crazy.
your? Can you be honest about your weaknesses as a model?
Yeah. Well, I told you one already. One would be talking in front of the camera. Two is sometimes my time management be off. Like when I get overwhelmed, I just panic and I just be all over the place, and then I just be like, can't get my life together. Um, but other
what's
than
your
that, I don't.
What's your strength?
My strength would definitely be posing and flowing, like freestyle posing,
Mm-hmm.
and the energy I bring.
What's a pet peeve? Just in general.
Mm, Negative energy throws me off.
Talking about
Just
from people, right?
yes, like somebody's just negative, complaining about something 24/7, or just in a bad mood 24/7, or just always got spare me. Just spare me. I'd rather not.
Last one. Where is it? Where is it? What is it? Where is it? All right. So, how do you define beauty?
I would define beauty as just fully being comfortable as you are. I think that's beautiful. I don't think it's really a look.
When you started modeling, did you have somebody helping you?
No, I
Like,
still don't have. I still don't have someone helping me. I'd be
are
stressed.
you are you trying to get signed?
Um, I am trying to get signed, but like I said, I still do everything by myself, so it's still a lot that I'm figuring out
Mm-hmm.
along the way. Like I manage myself, I get myself booked. 9 times out of 10, I style myself. I do my own hair, my own makeup, some majority of the time, and the two photographers that I work with right now, they also do my makeup and style me as well. Jerry, shout out to Jerry. Y'all follow him on Instagram too at Mass Creator, and Blair Art by Blair.
Are you okay? So, because this is another thing that I always ask people: do you care to be signed? You may
Um,
not be trying to. You may not be trying to get signed, but do you feel like you need to be signed in order to?
no, I feel
What
like I'm
is the
gonna
word?
thrive regardless.
Yeah. So I don't know why I got lucky, but every model I go live with, I always ask that question: do they care to be signed? People say no.
Nope. Like I said
No.
earlier, like I didn't really start modeling looking to like blow up as a supermodel or whatever, but like it was more so of like a positive outlet in a way for me to positively express myself. So it was more of a passion to me rather than like me out here trying to break my neck to get signed.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, 'cause
do it because I like to do it, and
I don't
but
think
then
being
it just
signed is
became
that
something
important.
that I was good at that started bringing me money as well.
Yeah, I don't think being. I don't. I don't know because the whole point of my podcast is to the name is model manage your own career. Is be your own manager. You know, everybody ain't go get signed. I just don't like when models feel like if they're not signed, they're not going to be successful. Majority of models never get signed. Majority of people never make it to the NBA. Majority of people that do music would not be as big as Drake. It's okay. Right. It's okay. My magazine would probably never be as big as Vogue. It likely would never be as big as
but you never know.
Right. Never know. Right. But I'm not gonna feel like because I didn't get to that high of a status that I'm not gonna feel like I'm successful.
Right.
Because I know models who they do everything themselves. This one model went live with. She was in Yo Gotti video, his latest video.
Oh, I think I seen that. The girl with she has blonde curly hair.
Let me see.
I think I seen that one.
Because I posted it on my, what is her name? I posted it in my stories. Because she's on the cover of one of my magazines.
I think that's where I seen it
at. She's in. You know how much money you got? She got paid. She ain't got no management doing that. It's the relationships that you build with people, and it's just you putting in that effort to sit there and you doing all that groundwork yourself.
Yep.
If you get to a point where you feel like you need a manager, then you can seek one. But I tell people, if you got the time to check and read all the comments on your every single post that you make on Instagram, you don't need a management.
Yeah, and that's what I do. Like, I feel like I've touched people more because I always respond when they give me compliments or they tell me like that I inspired them or they ask me for help or ask me questions about modeling or studios or fitness or whatever, and I respond at a decent time and with depth and not just bullcrap answers. I feel like that's why people support me and show me love.
Yeah, it's I just don't want models to feel like if they're not signed, they're not successful.
Right.
As a magazine owner, just because my magazine, you can't walk into Walgreens or Barnes and Noble and see my magazine don't mean anything because the number one independent magazine in the world, who's on Instagram only, this man is selling so many magazines that he's making $30,000 a month. You know how much that is a year? All off of the number one independent magazine in the world. My opinion, the owner is selling so many magazines that he's making $30,000 a month minimum. Man got models with blue checks on his page. I mean, on his cover. That's a success. You ain't got to be in the store. That's a success. If you're a model and you able to get your own book and you're able to travel, you getting paid, you growing, you doing I don't know, advertisement or sponsors with other I don't know, clothing companies or wig companies or whatever. You good because it's models who get signed, they don't never do nothing.
Right.
They just be sitting at home just waiting for something to happen.
Yep.
So it's like take control of your career yourself. Take control of it completely yourself until it becomes overwhelming with the load that you have, and then seek extra help. Even if you can just get one person in your corner, just to help, that's fine. But if you know that that is something that you want to do, and you gonna do it regardless, do it. Be your own manager. Be your own manager.
Yep, and that's how I feel. And then I also feel like I get things done better in the way that I want to when I got things going the way I want them to go, rather than somebody trying to dictate. Nah, I'm not with that.
I think the only thing models missing is learning how to use their modeling as a tax write-off. Once you learn that, because the models who are signed, their modeling is used as a tax write-off. Anytime you got a manager, even at your job, anytime you got a manager, the people that's under the management are tax write-offs. Nice. A lot of music artists, Yeah, a lot of music artists say that about the artist, about their record label. Um, but once you get your name registered, you can get your name registered, your model name registered as an LLC. You'll be an individual. You'll put your business as an individual. Anytime you get paid, you get a receipt. So if you get paid for a photo shoot, get it in a receipt or get it as a PayPal. What is the word for it when somebody send you money on PayPal?
Transaction.
Yeah, transaction. You can go to Walmart and get your receipt book. Write it out, sign it, have them sign it, date
I
it.
have a receipt book from when I used to serve, and I did get my model name. I got it as an LLC already.
Jesus. Now my camera going black.
Yeah, I was about to say, where'd you go? But yeah, I did. But I didn't know that I could use that as a tax write-off. And I do, majority of the time when I do get paid for modeling gigs, I do use PayPal. So that's good
Yeah,
to know.
use those whenever my camera come back up. There you go. Use those like PayPal. You know, you can create your business PayPal, but even if just a regular PayPal, you can use that as a receipt when you do your taxes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's anytime you travel, anytime you put gas in your car, anytime anytime a photographer asks you to come with your makeup, your wardrobe, your hair did,
Mm-hmm.
that can be a tax. The money that you spent on that can be considered a tax write-off. The moment I learned that for what I do, because I knew this even before I got into the whole magazine thing, but when I was a model scout and I was putting all that money into model shoots, I'm hopping in my car with 4 models driving to Detroit and driving to Chicago. Once I learned that that's a tax write-off, everything I've done from that moment has been taxed. Even my cell phone, when I first got this phone, this iPhone 11, when I first got it, I paid for it in cash because I need my money back. I need some of it back. My podcast mixer that's right here was $600. My camera was $800. This mic was $60. My other computer right here was $400. I got a softbox right here that's not on, but that was $89. And then since I do all this out my house, even my rent it's a tax write-off. You know, and once you learn that, you're a lot smarter with what you do. You're a lot more aware that if you want me to come with my hair and my makeup and my wardrobe done, I need something. You got to give me something. Somebody said good information.
Literally.
Tony Chappelle.
Tony, my guy.
He also wrote, "Yep, all that are tax write-off." Yeah, you learn this stuff because I had no idea of this. I did not know this until one of my business partners. She owns a boutique. When she told me that she wrote her cell phone off as a tax write-off because she described it as in
an investment.
Yeah, when it comes to the running the business, because as a model, this in your computer is your business.
Yeah, literally.
It's a tax write-off. Yeah, you may not need $1,000 phone, but shit, excuse my language. You may not need $1,000 phone, but if you can write it off the right way, all that works. Yes. Once you learn that, everything is completely different.
Yes, and then I'm absolutely the absolute worst with phones. Like I go through phones so bad, it's not funny. Like probably every couple of weeks, my phone is broken.
Tony said you a beast.
I love Tony. Tony's my favorite. Me and Tony always come with the hot fire. Like,
oh, he a photographer. What's his Instagram?
Tony Chappelle. It's his name.
Okay, let's see.
Or if you go to my photo, actually the photo that we used for the flyer, Tony shot that.
Oh my God! So is it Tony K Chappelle Photography?
Yep.
He's following me. I didn't know that. So Tony, if you still here, I just followed you from the Yvonne magazine page. I get so many notifications that I can't always check.
Tony actually got me my first publication.
Who did you publish with?
Zala magazine.
Oh yeah. He's in Maryland too.
Yep.
Yeah, same thing with photographers. They cameras, they lenses, they lights, they studio rent are all tax write-offs.
Dang. I'm about to open up a studio. Shoot.
Get some of that money back. You ain't gonna get all of it back, obviously. My camera. when we filed our taxes, because the only thing about filing taxes for your business is a lot of times you gotta pay taxes. Because it don't come out. When you get paid, taxes don't come out. So you gotta pay taxes. So this year I actually had to pay some taxes. But the last year, when I got my taxes, I was like, oh man, this is everything. The only thing I don't have a tax write-off for yet is the personal training. And that's because I can't figure that out. I can't figure out how other trainers is getting automated pay.
So would it not be like writing off the equipment that you use?
Yeah, see, so I don't have a studio. I mean, I don't have a gym, so I go to other gyms.
True, but I got like my own jump ropes, yoga mats, weights.
Yeah.
So that would be considered.
Yeah. But that stuff is like real cheap.
Yeah.
You need something that costs. Yeah. You need something that costs to even see like any profitable return back. You need, let me see, even if you was renting
on studio with your own equipment in there.
Yeah. That's something big. This microphone was $89. I ain't getting nothing back on this. But this my camera, my podcast mixer, my other camera, my computer, I got something back from. What else in here? Besides my rent, because I'm at home. But hopefully once I move next month into a bigger place, where obviously my rent gonna be more, it's gonna be a higher return from it. Like literally, once you learn that and how to incorporate that with modeling, oh, you only gonna need a manager when you need extra resources. Yeah. Other than that, when you getting paid $1,600 to do a music video, you know that, hey, I got to put 40% of this away. You'll be smart to put it away.
Right.
But you walk home with over $800 to do whatever you want to do with it. That's people rent.
Right.
And a 2-hour video, you get paid $1,600. That's your rent is everything else that you do the rest of that month is a profit. As long as you pay your rent and your utilities, and if you got a car note, something like that, you're perfectly fine. Yeah, you perfectly fine. Once you learn that, you may not want a manager, because now your managers start dipping into that. So I think, I don't think models need a agency. A manager, that may be fine. Somebody that's in your corner helping you, that'll be helpful. But you don't need an agency.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing to do is literally be signed, be sitting at home.
And
or being signed and sitting at home, and you want to shoot, but you can't shoot because you got to ask somebody for permission to shoot.
Right.
It's just like, have creative control for as long as you can when it comes to your stuff. The thing with all these Apple Music and Pandora and Spotify, I could sit at home and record a song and just upload it when I want to upload it. Mm-hmm. If you build your fan base, you make more money. You know, obviously, yeah, if you get signed, especially if you got an artist behind you, you really catapult. But when it gets to that point, then it gets to that point. But if you can just release your own stuff and do what you want to and make money and continue to progress and then hopefully catch the attention of somebody that's big, I think that's perfectly fine.
Yes.
If I get opportunity, even if it take me 5 years, 7 years to get my magazine in the store, that's cool. But right now, at the current moment, I'm selling 400 magazines a month.
That's awesome.
My first magazine, I sold 12, and I think that's only because in February 2018, my first magazine, I sold 12. I think it's because I had 12 models in the magazine.
Oh, so everyone.
So I think everyone bought it. Now I had somewhere between 13. A bad month is 13, but a good month can be like 25 people. And I'm still able to sell 400 magazines, but obviously it ain't the people that's in the magazine that's buying it.
Right.
You know, usually for all magazines, you go sell more digital than prints. So I'm not selling 400 prints, but when you put the prints and the digitals together, yeah, it's 400.
Right.
So far at this month, when I checked earlier today, I was at 283.
That's awesome. And it's
Literally,
still kind of early in the month.
Yeah, literally, majority of those are digitals because the digitals was only like somewhere between $5 and $10. The prints
like 30.
Is 30. Yeah, then you got to pay for the shipping. Then you got to wait. So I'm perfectly fine for somebody spending $5 and it gets sent to your email and you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm perfectly fine because people will literally. I hate when people do it though. They'll screenshot flipping through the magazine and then posting it on and then posting it in their stories. I hate it, but I don't mind it. I mean, hey, you didn't have to do that. It was $5. You felt like you like Yvonne magazine or the person that's behind it, you spent $5 on it. I ain't complaining. I just wish people would stop strolling 20 pages. Stroll like 5. People will literally stroll. Golly.
All day flipping.
Man, yes. You know, it's I think it's the way that photographers feel when they be like, when models be bringing people to their shoots and the person that's there with you, all they doing is taking photos. And then they post all the photos on the internet. It's like, so what's the point of me editing the photos if your friend just took 20 behind the scenes photos on our phone and you about to post all 20 behind the scenes photos? What's the point of me sitting up here giving it my full edit?
Right.
Tony said, you are correct. All models don't need an agency. You can do better without.
Yes.
Manager, yeah. That'll help. But agency, no, you don't need that. All right, so last thing, because I know it's getting late, because I can definitely. We went from daylight in your background to complete
pitch black,
like you in the garage right now. That's how dark it is in your background. And it's still daylight. Like you can tell from my kitchen.
Yes. Oh, I had it backwards earlier. I said we're gonna have more time, but it's the other way. You're gonna have more time, not me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have more time. In fact, what happened if I cut that off? Can you still see? Yeah, so right now it's off. You can still see it's daylight where I'm at.
The colored light.
Yeah. So yeah, the light is off right now. It's still daylight where I'm at. It's 8:20, 8:23. But not to hold you. So last thing, because always this is something that I ask people to at the end. What advice do you have for someone who wants to get into modeling?
My advice to someone that wants to get into modeling would be always show up as yourself and just let yourself show. I feel like I get my best photos when I just vibe out and just be myself. But when I guess I get in my head and I try to critique myself too much, then you come out your eyeballs all twitching and face off roundup. Like, just if you want to do it, have fun, and be passionate about it, and don't give up, and put yourself out there. I feel like I started growing more when I started putting myself out there more. Like when I was more shy and like criticizing myself, like, I don't know if I should post this. I don't know if I like this. I don't know about this. I don't know about that. I feel like that's when I kind of got more in my head and pummeled a little. But the more I put myself out there, the more opportunities I got.
You ever thought about being a model coach?
Yes, actually, so that's kind of what my events were when I first started them. It was a model and photographer networking event, and then I also thought about getting into like model coaching as far as like posing and facial expressions.
So if you get into that and you make a flyer, text me or tag me on a flyer if you remember.
Okay.
Text me the flyer. Also, if you ever do a photo shoot and you want it published, let me know.
Okay.
And I'll mail you the magazine. I do that for everybody that goes live with me.
Hey, that's lit.
I'll mail you the magazine instead of you having to pay for it. I think I owe you because I've been pushing you back for for a while.
I was hiking. I'm walking through the woods. Like, you know what? I'm about to text him right now and tell him, never mind, because I feel like
yeah, because it was
down around.
But this is my first iPhone, right? And you know how like, okay, it's not gonna pop up now, but you know how like on the actual screen you can see all the notifications. I used to. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'd be in the gym. I like when you asked me did I update the flyer, I totally forgot to send it to you. I'm in the gym and I seen you say, "Did you update the flyer yet?" I said, "Oh shit, I totally forgot." I forgot to send her. I forgot to download it and then send it to you. That's one of the reasons why it took me so long because like, I'm not gonna respond back till I get home because it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, she go pull out, she go give up on me.
No, I don't.
That's literally what I thought. Yeah, I literally thought, man, she's not gonna do this. She's not gonna do this at all.
Yes, and then I'm also the type of person, I'm not like, if you say something's gonna happen or we're gonna do something, I always have faith, so I don't like to be pressy. Like, I'm not gonna press you about it. Like,
yeah, I'm surprised you didn't do that too. Like yesterday, I'm totally surprised. Today, you did not be like, well, you keep telling me we go do it, and you still ain't did it yet. Like, so when I woke up from my nap, I made sure. Well, I missed the meeting, but let me hit her right now because if I don't do it right now, I ain't gonna feel like doing it later. So, yeah, I appreciate you for not going off, not blocking me, not declining.
Hey, if you would have met me 2 years ago, you might have heard my mouth.
Yeah. So, yeah, you end up doing a magazine or not a magazine. You end up doing a shoot. You want to publish. I'll send you the magazine that the photos are in.
Hey.
As a thank you. I'm trying to get my well, because as soon as we get off, I'm gonna go live on Instagram. But I'm trying to figure out a way to actually pay models that's on the cover. Because from right now, I'm the only. Well, I'm not gonna say that because it's big magazines on Instagram that's paying independent magazines that's paying the models that's on the cover. That's how they're getting a lot of them. But I want to get to a point without having to be that big where I can pay the models that's on the cover. So I'm gonna test out. Like I should be going live a lot more as I accumulate the money. I'm going to try to, even though I got 6 magazines, my main one is Yvonne. That's the one at the current moment where I'm selling 400. It's not the other 5. It's just that one magazine by itself. But I'm trying to figure out ways. And I see, I don't do advertisement in my magazines either. If I was doing advertisements, I could absolutely pay the model that's on the cover. But I don't do advertisements. So I'm thinking about getting into that. And then when I see how much money can be made when Instagram gives you that feature to go live, I'm gonna start letting all that pile up, put it to the side, and when there's somebody else on the cover, I don't know if this is gonna sound bad, but somebody on the cover that I know. So the people that go live with me that happens to get the cover, I'm gonna pay them.
Well, look, when you're ready to start, you got my
because
contact.
because I told myself this month I'm gonna start getting into the advertising. I'm gonna start letting people pay for advertisement. Only reason why I don't do it because I don't want my magazine to be based around the amount that somebody is paying me to be inside of it.
Yeah.
Because I did it one time, and
you should do like, I guess like an advertisement fee, but maybe have like a time slot.
I know it's
so that way you don't get no bookie in your magazine.
Because a lot of like locally, well, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, we got these it's called red books, red book and blue books. It's a lot of random businesses in it. So if let's say you get a flat tire, to go to the check cashing place, pick up the blue book, swipe until you find a tire shop. Mm-hmm. The reason why those magazines are free, anytime you can go to a store or it gets mailed to your house, any magazines that you get that's absolutely free, it's the advertisement that's inside of the magazine that's paying for that. For my magazine, I don't do advertisement because I literally do not want the content to be based off of what somebody's paying. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie to you. Somebody be like, "Oh, I give you $1,000," and they give me the worst photos in the world.
That's what I'm saying.
I might put it in there.
You gotta do like selections. Like it's not guaranteed, but you could pay. You get more of a higher chance. But if it's boogie, no, not having it, Kevin.
I'm going to get into that starting in July. I'm gonna test it out for the rest of the year and see how it goes. I'm gonna start accepting advertisements. Some magazines, Instagrams actually get paid to make posts. A guy hit me up. This is probably about a month or so ago. He hit me up. He asked me how much does it cost for me to post him in my stories. And I said, if you just tag me in it, I'll share it if I like it. And it's like if he did that to me and I got 12K, I can imagine those other Instagrams on those other Instagram accounts.
And they probably
even in even in the bio it says pay to be posted. I'm like, man, they gotta be making money. I got 12K. Somebody hit me up about it. I can imagine these magazines out here that got 52K. Mm-hmm. That's ran by independent people like me. So it's like I'm gonna start getting into that. Just to literally pay models that end up being on the cover.
That's a good idea.
Because I don't know too many other people. I know other magazines that's doing it, but they doing it for those models that got those 100,000 followers. Yeah. With the blue checks. Mm-hmm. In my situation, I want to do it for the smaller people. And see how it goes, see how it works. So, we'll stay in contact regardless of everything. If you need anything, you can always text or call me. You need me to share something, let me know. You want to know what I think about something, you got an idea you want me to know. If you're ever in the Midwest and you want me to know, whenever Glow Optical actually responds back to my comment that I put in the story, you'll see.
Come on, send him my way.
Yeah, you'll see. Matter of fact, when we get off, I can text you right now. When we get off the phone, you can go and check out his Instagram. I'm gonna text him too when we get off the phone. If you ever need anything, feel free. Let me know. If I can help, I'll help you out. I just texted to you too. Other than that, it is 9:34 your time. I don't know if you still got to run your errand, but you said you got to go run an errand.
That errand probably long gone.
Yeah, from what I know, I think the Bucks game is on. So I gotta,
Yes, but
get
wait,
ready to watch that.
guys. Like I said, I am competing for Miss Health and Fitness 2021. The link is in my bio. The link is on my Facebook. Voting is free. You get one free daily vote. If you can, take a couple seconds out of your day to vote for me, please.
All right, so let's see if I can pop this up in the camera. Let's see. Don't leave yet. Let's see if my.
You pulled it up.
Let's see if they can see this.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah, they can see. Okay, see, $800 on the camera. They better be able to see this.
Yes. What place we in?
What place you in? First.
Period. Keep it there.
Currently first.
Turn me up.
All right, y'all. Let's see. I just voted. Let's see what happens. All right, so we gonna vote on live. Let's see.
Yes.
What is this? I'll log into Facebook. So I'm logging in Facebook.
Wait, one more button.
Yeah, I don't even know my password. I'm doing it for my computer. Let's see if I can share this. All right, soon as I get done sharing this, we go. I'm gonna let you go, but I wonder if I can share this on stream. Let's see. That's gonna be something brand new right here.
You learn something new every day.
Let me switch accounts. Go to my magazine, Instagram. Okay, so how can I share this in the stream?
Can you share your screen?
Yes. All right, so let me go ahead and take this icon off the screen. Hold on, y'all. What is going on? So I have it up on the stream.
Can you say that one more time?
I said I got it up on the stream.
You got it up?
Yeah, now I just got to go ahead and take. Okay, now I got to take all these overlays off. All right, so let's see. Let me go back to the screen. Let me go ahead and type you in. Can you see me?
No, I can't see it. And your microphone's a little staticky on my end.
I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, we definitely been live for an hour and 35 minutes because I'm looking at my podcast recording.
Oh, there we go. Now I can hear you.
Let's go back. Here's a link in your bio. Currently first place. Let's see, can everybody... Let me go back to my main stream. Yes, everybody can see it. Currently in first place. Free vote. Log in to Facebook. And it says your free vote for Ny'Zhea Green was received. Vote again and help Ny'Zhea Green achieve her dream of being featured on the cover of Muscle and Fitness. Okay. So yeah, I went ahead and voted.
Thank you.
If you post this in your story on Instagram, I ain't even gonna lie, it'll kind of remind me to vote again.
Okay. Well, I've been posting it every day. I'm gonna keep posting it every day.
Yeah. Other than that, if you need anything, let me know. I will talk to you later. And before I let you go, I gotta let you go the right way because I feel a little weird to be left on stream by myself trying to play this music. So for everybody that watched, thank you. For everybody that shared, thank you. And we will talk to you guys later. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay, see ya.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Walking away, running